All right, we're live, brother.
Okay.
I'll wait to see how many people watch us
One of these days, I want to go live,
and
and
let
then,
people know.
and when it goes live and starts, just kind of clam up and be like nervous, can't talk.
Oh,
Uh,
what are the comments here? I want to make sure I can see those. Okay.
okay.
So, I mean, we're only 5 seconds into this, so we shouldn't say anything important until people start watching.
Yeah,
We'll
but
just sit here.
you probably ought to say something like an intro because people would come back and watch this and wonder why they can't get those 2 minutes back in their life.
You guys don't understand. I don't prepare. I don't do research. There you go.
There you go. I show my dog tonight.
What's her name or his name?
Cooper is his name.
Yeah.
And Cooper, only time he likes me is when Mom is away.
Oh, so
He's not even.
He's a mama's boy.
Oh my gosh! And protects her like a son of a gun. He won't let me get near. Worst investment for a married guy and with no kids in the house ever. So
That's funny. How old is he?
we think he's a rescue dog.
Okay.
And we think he was 2 when we got him, and we think he's 10 years old, but he's stronger now than he's ever been.
We have someone watching. We can actually.
Hey, Peter B. I got to do it.
He's almost got as bad of an accent as Picker Jim.
We got
Peter
to do.
B, do you live on the Cape? I saw your house in the background. It looks like a house that was on the Cape.
He's got a VR out.
Yeah, I guess you didn't watch my video that I made for it, but thanks.
I'm not even subscribing to your video yet.
Oh, cool.
So you already made one for him?
Yeah.
You got 3 more friends that have some out there too. Did you do those as well?
No, I should have made them all at once, but I didn't. Where on the Cape are you, Peter? So we went to the Cape. Oh my gosh, it's got to be almost 20 years ago now. But one of my goals when we were on the Cape was to go to a game, a Cape Cod League. You know, the college kids with the wooden bats.
Oh yeah.
So we went to the game and enjoyed it and didn't think of anything about it. You know, I got a program for the game. Okay, Yarmouth. And I'm looking through the roster, and one of the players was B. Posey.
Oh.
So I guess I got to see Buster Posey play, but can't say I remember it. But what a cool experience. I don't know if Peter goes to he just said they're the best. So I guess he goes to games, but what a cool thing for them to have. So many major leaguers have gone through that. And it's just, you know, it's baseball at its purest.
Yeah.
You know,
that would be fun. There's always been a few movies about the Cape Cod League, you know, mostly little girl, you know, teenage kind of stuff, but yeah.
That's Red Sox. Okay, I guess that's what I saw. I wish I had it in front of me, but I didn't plan on talking about it. But, you know, I thought about doing a video on like, where's your bucket list of baseball things to go see? You know, I've been fortunate that I've seen Wrigley. I've been to Cooperstown, saw Camden. I've seen Yankee Stadium. Been to Cape Cod games. I've been to Durham minor league games. But on my list would be the Hall of Fame again, because it's been almost 30 years since I've been there. The Negro League Museum near you is on my list. Fenway, haven't been there. What about you? Do you have some bucket list places, baseball-wise, you like to see?
Sure. I'd love to go see Cooperstown.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been there, and you know, a few different stadiums. You know, I've been to you know 10 or 12 stadiums probably, but I wouldn't mind going seeing the Field of Dreams.
That would be cool too.
You know.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you, Peter. I just put the link up there. It'd be awesome if you joined us in the chat there. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I don't know. There's a guy that has his channel named after that movie, I think.
Yeah, he thinks of himself more because he has the name of his channel has
Right.
it twice. Don't do that in at once. But
Hey, Alan, how are you, buddy?
there's also a league in Alaska, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. And they get to play baseball 24 hours around in this league because it stays daylight the whole time.
Right.
And heard about that when I was in college, and I think it's still going on.
Are they all local guys or the guys?
No, they're college guys and stuff that go up there. And we have a nice league here in Missouri now. It's like a semi-pro team. It's like a step above Van Johnson, like 22-year-olds to, whatever, 25.
Right.
A lot of them are college prospects. They got same as what I hear about Cape Cod. They got families that take them in for the summer, and but yeah, gives them.
I'm curious now with NIL, and I don't know if baseball players are getting it like the football players, basketball players are on the money. If they need to, like you said, families take them in and they'd work jobs at a gas station or cutting grass or whatever it may be. I wonder if they still need to do that. And I don't know if the baseball players are getting that money. Maybe they are at top schools.
At MU, they are. My roommate in college, his son plays at MU. And some of the
Montana University?
Yeah. No, Missouri University, the team that beat Pittsburgh in basketball a few weeks back. But
I can't stand Pitt. Look at the hat I'm wearing. Do you think I like Pitt?
Yeah, well,
I would have been rooting for Missouri. Trust me.
You still breathe the same air.
I mean, I like him.
But one of the things he gets is if he sells season tickets, not just to baseball, but even to basketball and football season tickets, he's got a pretty good gig because, a lot of the families that his dad knows that he's been tailgating with for years gets their tickets through him now, and he gets some of that money.
Okay, this is pretty cool. Here's a first-time guy. Love your channels, long-time watcher, first-time commenting, All-American 80 seconds. So,
tell him quit being a lurker and come on if he wants to.
Oh, what I didn't tell you, Chris, we're actually on the Misfits channel right now. I didn't let you know that. So you're our second guest.
Am I going to have to take a shower when this is done?
No, you're going to have to send us a check.
Oh, okay.
Get on here.
I bet you didn't approve this with the other Misfits, did you?
I did. I invited him. There's one in the chat, man. Genie. I don't know why he's not jumping on. Peter, man, that would be a really cool video to do on the Cape Cod League. I don't know if there's many YouTubers who've experienced it or did it. I can't think of a video I've watched, but then again, I'm old. I forget a lot of stuff, so maybe I did. But on the Cape, that'd be pretty cool.
They're probably out there, golly.
Well, I know there's Cape Cod videos. I'm just talking about like guys in the community, maybe. They're New England guys.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of you guys that are Northeast. That's for sure. I don't think you're New England, are you? You don't consider
yourself? I'm not even close to New England.
But you're knocking
on our drive. I could probably drive to your place as fast as I can up there.
Gosh, well,
we're on the border of being considered East Coast Midwest. Like we're just like right there. There's not an ocean in sight where we are.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask what makes it a Cape. What Cape Cod? What makes that a Cape? Because in our town, in our state, we have Cape Girardeau, and there's no water even close to Cape Girardeau.
You ever seen the Cape? It's sort of shaped like your arm, and there's the elbow, and you've got.
Are you flexing? Are you flexing?
Check that out. I am flexing. P-Town's up top, which is your kind of town. Do a little research, and you'll know what I mean. You fit in there well, Chris. And then you got all the other towns.
We can get Mangini on here, and you can kick him off when he starts, busting our balls about stuff.
I know. Apparently, I threw the offer out there. He's got the link on his text. I mean, he's the one that came up with this channel. So
And who was your first? Who was the first guest non-misfit on this channel?
I think Jake was. James had him on.
So right now I'm the tallest non-misfit that's been on here, huh?
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used it. I mean, we all got on together and figured why not? Not that it matters. On what other channel?
Uh-huh.
I mean, we got a whole 6 people watching us, so that's pretty good.
Well, we'll break out the comedy here in a little bit and start telling jokes.
You got any cards to show?
I did. Well, I went to a card show today.
Shocking.
Yeah. St. Louis has this card show they've had for years called the Machinist Hall. And it's ran by people. If anybody watches this tomorrow or something, if it's in any card show in the Midwest, he's been a part of. Either he's put it together or he's been there. And he's kind of a legend. Sets up in the National. His name's Ron Estes. And we call him Coach affectionately. He was a high school coach for a long time. He's a mountain of a man. And he puts these shows on, and the Machinist Hall is a smaller St. Louis show that he puts on. But today I'm here to report there were probably just as many vintage cards there as there were shiny new stuff.
Really?
And, yeah. And I don't know, 75 tables, maybe 100, not 100 tables, 75 tables.
That's pretty good.
And what do you want me to show?
Show what you were telling me. You don't have to go into details if you don't want to, but if you do, that's fine. I don't think it's flexing at all. I think it's just smart business. But the story you started telling me before we went live, and you had a stack of cards there.
Well, when I first got into the show, and there was a really neat vintage showcase, but I noticed that he had look-through boxes that were slabbed. And I work on runs of players, you know that. And I started going through there, and I was finding what was gold to me. I had this Billy Williams 68. I don't have a lot of Billy Williams cards, but they were.
Can I let you in that that's a 70 and not a 68?
Oh, I'm sorry. I picked up a 68 today too. I have a 70, but I picked up a 68 today. That I didn't
you have a 70. You just showed it.
Yeah. We'll also have another one, but here's this Tony Oliva 73. I don't have a lot of the Tony Oliva run. And then working on the Dobie.
Nice.
All in all, it's a lot of guys that I'm just kind of working on getting started. Eddie Matt, I don't call them lower tier Hall of Famers because it's not lower tier really.
I mean, the guy had 500 home runs.
Yeah, but Hoyt Wilhelm. Anyway, a stack of this. I had about this amount of cards out, just getting ready to go through my book to make sure I didn't have any of them. And the guy left. He was working on a deal with the guy. And he goes, "You're Chris from Missouri." Well, I wear this shirt that, it's Chris from Missouri shirt. So I thought maybe he was just kind of making a joke. But he goes, "Man, I watch your channel all the time." Oh,
he's the one?
Yeah, he's the only one. He must be my mom's. Mom must introduce me. But he said, if you mention me on your channel, you don't even have to mention the name of our shop. But he said, if you mention me on your channel, I'll sell these to you for $100. And so he knows who this small community of, there's a group here, right? There is, and anybody can get into this group. Anybody that we have,
right.
And he said, we have you up in our shop all day long. And he listed off names of people he watches and people he likes. And it's everybody that we know. And he said, you mind if I take a picture? Because we have everybody's stuff up
Oh
there.
my God!
And so
did you autograph it too for him?
what he wanted to know if there was any other YouTubers there, because he was just excited. So I'm gonna do a channel on my channel of these pickups, and I'm gonna mention his I'm gonna mention his shop. And
Did he mention me?
you know, yes, he did.
You liar!
No, he did. He did. But here's the thing. The only one he didn't like was Theo, Clemente Collector. No, I'm kidding. But
hey, Mike, glad you're on here. See, I told you people had nothing better to do on a Saturday night.
So you're saying Mike's boring, and he's just watching our channel.
Boring.
Well, you said he had nothing better to do.
He's bored, not boring.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference.
Okay, but I thought that was neat though, of that guy having it on his show, having it in his shop on the TV in his shop, and I shouldn't say this, but yeah, my employees do watch. He's right. He's right. Orlando with saying my employees watch him. I have a group of Spanish guys that just think he's God, and that I need to have.
I've got a date for you, Chris. He's boring and lonely. There you go, buddy.
Might have met him on Tinder, but it is neat to know.
For baseball cards and a guy with a whatever that hat's called. What you got in the yellow cup?
I got ice.
And what else?
I'm cutting that ice with a little gin and 7-Up.
You're cutting the ice with a little gin. There you go.
So, and if my wife is watching this is like at 9:00 at night, and I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Right.
But
yeah, she's not watching this.
No, she's got better things. She's in another city tonight. So, but I'm going to show a couple other things that I picked up.
Card or whatever you have. That's rarely done on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
But
so this is a 53 Bowman, and it's Enos Slaughter kneeling, one of your favorite
poses. Back there.
And the reason I picked this up, I have that Bowman color proof, and Enos Slaughter was another one. He had another photo of proof like this that they didn't accept also. So
yeah. I literally mentioned that about 100 videos ago for about 5 seconds. Just came off the top of my head. I like this card he's kneeling. And I am forever known as that, which is okay, but it's just hilarious. It's like
it is hilarious. And then one that I'm gonna show this on my channel. I have to, but the 51 Warren Spawn.
Yep, great card.
What's cool about that?
Used in like 3 or 4 of his cards right in a row. Just different. It was almost like they cropped it.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of other things are just, everybody liked this. Now, he had a 53 Bowman proof as well, with the follow through. It's a beautiful card. I mean, it's just beautiful. And the one that they didn't take is he's rocking back in his windup.
Okay.
And I wish they would have put that one in, because it's a beautiful card too. And shout out to Scott, your best friend, Reindeer Studio.
Stooks? Yeah, Scott Stooks is a great guy.
Scott, I didn't say great guy. I said Scott's your best friend. He's not a great guy.
I said Stooks. Scott Stooks.
Okay. But that Bob Feller action. But it was fun. I got to. They're probably watching this right now because they watch your channel. But I drove down with one of my foreman Mauricio, who sets up with me at shows, but also 2 guys from our capital, Tom and Steve, who watched this show. And we had a blast talking nothing but baseball and baseball cards all the way up, and baseball and baseball cards all the way back.
Was that like a 2-hour drive for you?
From where I met them, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes for me.
Okay.
But I met them and Maurice in the same, just at the card shop when we went down together.
So the beauty, I think, of us collectors, I just literally packed a stack of cards off my desk. There's no rhyme or reason why these cards are together. But didn't you just show this one? in that stack?
No,
Oh, I thought that was in there. I know you showed some other Billy Williams, but I thought you had that one in there too.
no, that's beautiful.
I love these rookie cups or trophies on these cards.
Does that one have a hat on it on the trophy? Look at the top of that trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody pointed that out the other night. I never knew that.
I don't know if you can see it there.
I see it.
He does. Why? There's some that don't?
Well, I think I've never noticed it before, so I'm going to have to look at Johnny Bench's, look at some of them to show it later
A
on.
couple of Cardinals for you, even though I know you're a Royals fan.
It's hard not to be a Luke Brock.
I always liked him.
Carl?
How they ever let that guy go?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Look at the Cardinals. I watched that video with you and Mike. You smoked him, man. Nice collection of Gibsons you had.
Yeah, it left a bad taste in his mouth.
Oh, it's fun to watch him get put back in his place.
I can't tell you how many of you YouTubers contacted me afterwards and said that felt good watching Mike squirm like that.
He was like in shock. Like he went in going like, "I've got him." You just kept hammering him. I was like, "Dang, Chris."
Yeah. Well, he's
one of your guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can't. I live in Missouri.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
hey, the Pirates just got someone from the Royals that I think sucks.
Oliveris,
Yeah.
you'll like him. He sucks, but he can hit. He can hit.
Can he?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's okay. Had 12 home runs, not earth shattering, but on some guys. And then I read it was like his fifth team. I was like, oh, geez.
Well, but here's the thing about Kansas City. Hitting if I was a hitter, there's no way I'd want to play in Kansas City.
Really? Are there deep fences?
The alleys are so deep, and it's deeper down the line. So if you're a pull hitter, I mean, Salvador Perez would be averaging, 40 home runs a year, and in Yankee Stadium, he takes the ball the other way some and just muscles it. And I saw a thing where they did a mathematical thing where they say that power hitters lose about 7 home runs a year, 8 home runs a year.
Right.
And that's just crazy.
Were the lines the same back when Brett was playing?
Yes.
So they haven't changed them over the years.
I think they actually moved the left field power alley, in just a little bit, just because. But if you look back when Brett played, they always had 3 guys in the top of the league in doubles, just because on that AstroTurf the ball would bounce really, really high. They used to have a player. They used to have a player named Hal McRae that would.
Oh yeah, and Brian played in the majors.
Yeah. But I read it. He'd hit 40 and 50 doubles a year. Just
okay.
Yeah,
Orlando just looked at his bench, 69 bench, and says it has the cap.
It does. Okay.
I love that card so much more than his rookie. Like I mentioned the other day on a video that I like second-year cards better than rookie cards, and I didn't phrase that correctly because there's some rookie cards I love. I love the second-year rookie cards better than the dual or the quad or the triple, which is what I meant to say. But so
yeah, I still haven't come around to appreciate dual or triple or quad cards of league leaders.
Yeah, neither have I. I don't like those.
Taking the rookies, but man, as a kid, you get those, and I was to me, it was almost like getting a team card or a checklist card.
But you know what? Do you have to appreciate every single card in the hobby? You don't.
No, but you also.
Santini always says, "Oh, I love every card," and I don't. I appreciate it for what it is, but it doesn't mean. I love women, but I don't love every woman that walks by me. It's you pick and choose what your favorite flavor is.
What your taste is, sure.
Absolutely.
But
You know what? It's funny. I used to look back at Willie, and they called him Pops, and how old he was. Like in the '79 World Series, he's like 20 years younger than I am now. And he was like Pops, and the old guys like, oh my gosh, how did that happen?
But didn't he seem old to you and me?
Yeah, he absolutely did.
Oh. I mean, I think I'm 18 days older than you, man. 18 days.
When's your birthday?
24th. And so 4 more days in February and 14 days.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm pretty good at math when it comes to the 4 plus the 14.
But I swear I looked good 15 years younger than you, though.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. When we met up at the National, stood together, we looked like the number 10.
That's true. Dude, if I grew a beard like you, yeah, it's all gray. It would put another 20 years on me.
Yeah.
But did you get any gifts from the community yet? Christmas gifts or anything?
No, man.
No.
I did get some. I'm gonna put together some stuff.
So you just lied to me then when I said you get Christmas gifts and you said no.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know how much I got from YouTubers or stuff like that. It's just
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I sent a gift to John, 3D 80s kid, and it's funny. I put together a few rookie cards and put it in there, because he's a rookie card basher, and I sent it off, and I had to. I'm getting old, man. I didn't know. I knew his last name because he says it on his channel that he collects John Kaufman cards.
Right.
But I don't know. I had a brain fart, and so I text Theo, and Theo. I sent it to John with Theo's last name. And John never mentioned anything on the show or anything like that. And I thought, I better call him. And then then it came back to me in the mail, couldn't deliver it. So if you didn't get a gift from me, it's lost in the mail, dude.
Okay. Yeah. My gift to you is too. So because John doesn't like rookie cards, you sent him some. So I don't like Hank Aaron cards. I don't like Willie Mays. I don't like Satchel Paige. I don't like Babe Ruth. So just to let you know.
Well, I will adhere to that and send you some, I don't know, Pokemon stuff.
No, this is what you'll send me right here. You'll be impressed that this is sitting on my desk. If I can get it up without ruining it. You're going to send me a bunch of this guy.
Okay.
3 years with the Pirates. How many home runs do you think he hit in his 3 years with the Pirates?
2.
He actually hit 8.
Okay.
2 1 year, 5 1 year, and 1 the other. He has 27, at least up until 1975.
Uh-huh.
So I know he went to the Angels at the Royals. Did he play with anyone else?
So listen to this. Yeah, he went to the Angels, but Mangini ought to jump on here to talk about Freddie Patek as well. But he 5'4" of him, and I think
he's shorter than you, right?
Yeah, I think he's a little taller than Jake. And anyway, he's the first Royal to ever hit for the cycle.
Really?
And he's the second shortstop to ever hit 3 home runs in a game. Isn't that something?
That might have been. I mean, there's 1 year he hit 3. That might have been his year total.
Yeah. But, his not claim to fame, but listen to his second basemen he played with. Played with Bill Mazeroski, who had 8 Gold Gloves. Played with Frank White, who had 8 Gold Gloves. And played with Bobby Grich. And I think Bobby Grich had 2 or 3. And, but.
I mean, how's a guy 5'4" make it in the major leagues? That's, that's awesome.
Yeah. You should see him, though.
In one sport where you can have someone 6'7" or 5'4".
True.
Look at Altuve, and Patek is no Altuve, but still.
No, he thought he was, though. At one time, he said the worst mistake he ever made was hitting a home run. He'd hit a home run, and then, well, golly, I'm gonna do that again here coming up,
What?
and
Do
he'd swing too hard, and
So now again, this is only up to 1975. I'm not sure when he retired. He had 3,535 at bats. Take a guess on how many home runs he had.
in 76 there.
From 68 to 75. So he had over 3,500 at bats. How many home runs?
So he hit most of he had, I think he had 8 home runs one year later on. So I say total he had 27.
You shitting me. That is spot on.
Well,
27 is what it said.
Well, I'm pretty quick with
the card in front of you.
No, but I'm quick with the computer, and I got it up here and just reading the.
I know that's not true.
No, I've been a Patek fan for a long time. Hard not to be.
That's pretty cool that you nailed it. 27 is right. So who knows what he had? Another St. Louis guy.
Who is that? I can't see.
Enos Slaughter.
Slaughter, yeah. So we talked about Enos Slaughter on the way home today, and we talked about Roberto Clemente. And when I think of Enos Slaughter and Roberto Clemente, I think of speed. Enos Slaughter is known from scoring for first base on a base hit, right, in the World Series. And Roberto Clemente, when you see highlights of him, he almost looks like Jackie Robinson leading off the base. And when he's hitting a triple, his legs are flapping all over the place. Do you know, and you probably do, but out of the top 15 right fielders, probably, Enos Slaughter and Roberto Clemente have the least amount of stolen bases. Roberto Clemente has less stolen bases than Babe Ruth. He has 100 stolen bases less than Bill Buckner, who had the ankles of, and if you look at his record, if you look at his 162 game, what he would have done if he played 162 games in a season, on Baseball Reference, he would average 8 home runs or 8 stolen bases a year with caught stealing 4 times. That's crazy.
I didn't know the exact numbers, but someone else one time had brought it up, how few stolen bases he had, and I was shocked by that.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, wow, but I don't know if that was the managers. I don't know why.
Yeah, and I thought maybe it was the manager because they stole a lot of bases when he played still. I mean, and Maury Wills got traded to the Pirates and played for them, I think, didn't he? Right?
He did. Yep.
Okay. And I think he had over 50 stolen bases in the same lineup as Roberto Clemente. So if Roberto Clemente had all that speed, you think that they would. But again, you don't remember watching him play, right? I don't remember.
I'm not as old as you. You're 14 days older than me.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Murray Wills. I don't even know what year that was that he played in Pittsburgh. I want to say like 67.
I think you're right. I think there's a 67 card of him.
Let me see his stats. 67 and 68. So let's go to stolen bases. He had 29 and 67 and 52 and 68. So you can't say the manager wasn't letting them run.
Yeah, and they were good. They were consistently good, right?
They were getting there. It was right. Yeah. Let me look up Clemente's stolen bases those years.
But I think he threw out more runners than he stole bases.
He might be right.
And it could be how we're remembering people because again, when you think of Enos Slaughter, you think of that being such a big mark of him scoring from first base on a base hit.
That's crazy. So Clemente played 18 years and had 83 stolen bases. His highest season was 12.
His
And
last 3 years, how many bases did he even attempt to steal?
doesn't say it. Okay, well, yeah. So his last 3 seasons, he attempted 6 and got caught stealing twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the year that Wills had, what did I say, 52?
Yeah.
Clemente had 2. Yeah, he did not steal bases at all.
And I think that would surprise a lot of people.
Totally surprised me.
Even the 21 Clemente 21 club that I'm not in.
Nor should you be. I mean, did I say that out loud?
You did, but and
sorry.
you're right. My IQ is somewhat higher than those guys. But except is Lou Rock in there? Because I take it back.
He is.
Yeah, I take that back.
So, do you have a connection to Pittsburgh and Puerto Rico? No, that's why you're not in.
If I shave this off, I could have me a little cheesy mustache.
Are you saying that's what we have in Pittsburgh?
Excuse me? Pittsburgh.
Tonight. We have 4 people watching us. You're bringing it down tonight.
You should have told asked the Misfits to watch. You got more Misfits than 4 people.
That's true. We had 9 people at one time.
They don't support you.
That's all right. We must all have dates tonight or something, but you and I don't.
What's funny is we were on one together, and we had quite a bit of people watching. But like the next day, it had like a ton of views, and I was like, "What the heck?" I'm not used to that.
You know what I think it is? If I would have put it under my channel or your channel, no one's watching this Misfits crap.
Gonna have to change your name.
I know. At least someone's gonna join us here.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
We can. How are you, Orlando?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
I'm in a hotel room, so I'm just kind of showing this book.
Are you tied up?
No. I was actually visiting my daughter. It was her birthday, and I just went to the card show here in Orlando in Apopka for a little while. I took some video, met up a couple of guys there, and then went to see my daughter. And now I'm just back to the hotel room. I didn't want to show the hotel and stuff, so I figured I'd just show a few cards that I picked up, and to tell you that the show was very, very busy. And I met this guy here, Philip Gary III.
Okay.
He wrote a couple of books, and he gave me this book, and it's the 4 Sport Hall of Fame Rookie Cards Guide. He researched and he put every card in every sport. So, for example, there's the Willie Stargell, all in alphabetical order. Here's the Casey Stengel. So it's the whole book for all the Hall of Famers.
So is it every card that the Hall of Famer had, or it's just one card?
The first card. So if you go to the G,
that's Josh Gibson right there.
It has the Bob Gibson, and then it shows his rookie card.
Yeah, go to the right.
Josh Gibson and his rookie card.
You know, there's
that it shows a Gehringer and then the Lou Gehrig, the rookie card. So it has all the Hall of Famers. Pretty neat book. So he gave me that book. He's one of my that's the best thing about the card shows is you get to run into some of these guys, and this guy is one of my subscribers.
That is really neat.
That's cool. That Josh Gibson rookie, there's rumors that that's his son in the photo.
Oh, wow. That's super interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it's ever been proven, but that card's so rare and expensive.
Oh, yeah. That Toletero's cards, those are impossible to find, you know?
Yeah.
Orlando, how big a show was it?
I would say it's probably around 60 tables or so. It was this show right here. The Orlando
Oh,
Card
time.
Show. This is next year. It's going to be in
Is
January.
that the one you blew
It
Lou
was
Rock
probably
off
about
from? The Whitwater Christmas
60
movie?
tables. And there's Lou. I was gonna go to the Tampa Card Show, but the weather was terrible.
Yeah.
Around here, it was just raining and raining and raining, and this was about half an hour from where I'm at, so I went to that one.
Hey, Chris, it's December what, 16th? I don't know about Missouri, but it was sunny and 60 degrees in Pittsburgh today. And I love to hear that these Florida guys had shitty weather. Just warms my heart.
I mean, it was about 65, 70 degrees, but it was just
Wasn't that cold?
raining. We got some storms coming through.
Yeah. The cold front came in.
Yeah.
65.
Hey, Lou, this might be the last time I do it live on this Misfits channel. I'm going back to my own channel. I'm watching my channel. Oh, look at that.
That's one of my
Mini
pickups.
Minosa autograph to me.
61 autograph Minoso.
Look at that.
Wow.
See, I give you a good look at it. It's got a beautiful autograph too.
And those guys back in the day had sweet autographs compared to the scribble these guys put on now.
Oh yeah. So I picked that up and just looking through some just pages. You know, I like vintage football, and I just found a nice.
What's this say? The Cuban what?
Comet.
The Cuban Comet.
Comet.
Yeah, so he even put a little
Comet.
description on that.
Yeah.
So what I miss, I was watching Equalizer 3 with my boy.
Well, you didn't miss anybody saying that Club 21 wasn't very bright. You did not miss that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
I was saying I was going
All
through.
right, there we go.
I was going through binders, and you know I like to look through old football, and this card just jumped right at me.
That's
I
dope.
loved it.
Who is that, Orlando?
It's Waterfield.
Dick,
Bob Waterfield. He's a Hall
Bob.
of Famer.
In that photo, that guy looks like he's 50 years old.
I mean, it's just one of those cars that just reminded me of the old days. And you got the flag in the background, and look at that Rams helmet on that. It's just, there's certain cars that you just look at them and you say, I got to buy it. And this was one of those. Just love the artwork on those 50s. The 50 Bowmans and the 50 Bowman football, too. Both of the Bowmans are awesome. So I wanted to share that real quick. That's pretty much what I wanted to share.
Well, now that I have Chris live, we've texted a couple times, but there's been something I've been wanting to ask you for a little bit. So when my collection grows up, I hope it's pretty much like yours. I enjoy your collection, enjoy the way you collect the post-war rookie cards. I love post-war rookie cards. I got a big one on the way. Well, actually, it's underneath the Christmas tree. Donnie Livestreams knows what I have.
Yep.
So Santa Claus, I guess I was on the nice list. However, I know you base everything on the PSA set registry. Have you looked at the future possible Hall of Famer registry?
I have, and I collect some of those as well.
Okay, so do you have the Pujols and Ichiro? Because that's the one that I can see be a problem if you don't have those, bro. Because they're for whatever reason they did the SP Authentic and they're numbered and they're low numbered instead of the top flagship. So are you attacking those, trying to get those, or do you have them already?
So I am, and I have the Ichiro and the Pujols together.
Yep.
And then I have the Ichiro by itself, the Pujols by itself, same year.
You're talking tops, right?
The 2001, it's got the green border kind of stuff.
That's tops. I have those as well. But according to the PSA set registry, which I know you follow,
I do.
It's SP Authentic for the Ichiro and the Pujols, and the SP Authentic is numbered.
Gotcha. No, I do not have those.
Yeah.
So
I figured I give you a little something to hunt for the national because I know you're hardcore.
Yeah.
Those are those guys are no doubt abouters. I mean, they're in the Hall of Fame,
and they're going in. Yeah,
they're going in, and that's supposedly the rookie. I'm not as much as I love the post-war rookie card Hall of Fame registry. I'm not a PSA guy, but it's nice to have a list.
right.
I'm happy with the tops because I have those two.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Well, so by you saying that, I thought I was secure in having their rookie cards going forward if they got in. But I screwed up the other night. I was on, I forget now where I was on. I was doing a battle of a channel over there with 3D80s kid, and I pulled out what I thought was a David Ortiz rookie card. And it was the other David Arias card, not his real rookie with the bat. And I've, for 5 years, I've thought I had that card. So now I have to go with that card. Yeah.
Yeah. I have the Fleer, but you need the Ultra. The Ultra is the one in the registry.
And I have the Fleer. And so I thought for years, I told Mike Moynihan or whoever, brag about it. No, I got them all. I'm good. And then I'm on this show talking about 90 stuff, and they say, nope, that's not the rookie card. And I felt like, what an idiot. So
that's not a tough one to get. I mean, if you want to get it, you can get it tomorrow. But the SP Authentics, the Ultras, it's not too hard. It's not numbered or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's still the other one was the Fleer was a high dollar card. I can only imagine what the Ultra is.
It was a couple years ago, but they've come down.
Okay. But the
SP Authentic.
Okay.
Orlando, go back to that Dizzy Dean to your right. I'm not listening.
Dizzy Dean, here's Dizzy Dean's rookie card.
I didn't know that was his rookie card.
Yeah.
Damn, I have Dizzy Dean's rookie card. Who knew?
I did. I knew you
just kind of showing you some of the book. There's Adobe.
That's awesome. So
I'm after that.
Those pre-war cards, is there no doubt that those are their rookie cards?
Well,
for you, Donnie, I saw you throw it up there.
He made some stipulation in here that I'll have to go through and share with you guys. And I read a little bit about it, but
okay.
He says that see if I can show you. It says no minor league or amateur baseball card issues, no team cards, no one-of-one items, no stamp stickers or paper premiums. It must be cataloged as a card, and no team-issued photo packs, things like that is what he's stating.
I'm not going anywhere.
And that he consulted with some of the different experts for pre-war. He consulted with, Kevin Struess. Don't really know who that is.
No.
And a few other guys. And then he also consulted in basketball and in hockey and stuff like that.
Right. All four sports. I forgot about that.
Right. It's Sport Hall of Fame.
You know about this book before today when you were at the show?
He gave it to me today at the show. He actually had this book. He said it's still in print, but he had another book which was even better for me, which was the Negro Leagues and the Cuban League, Cubans and all of those players, their cards. So it had a lot of those rare cards, but he said it's not. He had a copy of the book, but he said he only had 2 left, and it's out of print. So I got his name and number, and I told him if he reprints it, or if he said you could possibly find it. I'll share that in another video. The name of that book. But this one, he said you could buy it still. I think on Amazon or something like that.
Check right now. 4 Sports Hall of Fame rookie card. I'm gonna put that as
Gary.
Philip Gary. He says the Negro League book that he has that you could possibly get it on eBay, and I haven't checked yet, but I am going to look on eBay and see if I can.
What's it called?
I can find
Gary?
that one. That's
What's
the one.
cool about it? It doesn't seem like there's any. Oh, it's alphabetical, huh?
Yeah, he's got.
That Leaf Satchel page is sick.
I know.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's big money right there.
So it's pretty cool because it's got 1800s like old Judge Radbourne, and then it's got Jim Rice, Pee Wee Reese.
The Dave Augenstein rookie card for the Pirates.
What's his name? What's the author's name?
Philip
Gary
the third.
Yeah.
That looks like my type of book.
Look how thick that book is too. It's
I wish
300 and close to 300.
What do you want
Close
for
to
Christmas?
350 pages. And
If I had that book, I could say I have all the rookie cards.
yeah.
I would cut them out and try to pass.
Right. What did I have? It's like Mike asked me and George to be on his podcast the other day, and we didn't have all the cards of what we were talking about. But the podcast would have never known if there wasn't a YouTube video. We could just said, "Yeah, we're showing these cards."
For Orlando, here's another Spanish legend, Mini Manoso.
What do you mean another one?
Awesome. I love that card. Man, you got that card in a 4, Lou. That's incredible grade.
Thank you, bro. I love it.
That is nice. That is nice.
I got his Bowman here somewhere.
I can't stop looking at this book Orlando's flipping through.
I've been looking at it since I got it. That's why I was looking at it and watching you guys. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go on and at least talk a little bit. Oh, that's both Minosos.
I actually like the Bowman a little better, I think.
Showing some fire there.
I mean, they're both great.
You like the Bowman more?
A little bit. I mean, I love them both.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, the Bowman is nice, but the 52 tops is just so iconic, right?
Right.
I kind of lean towards the 52 tops.
52 tops.
Yeah. But so
it's got basketball. It's got everything in there. It's the coolest book.
I want that book, man.
No, and then he's got the codes. You see when he's got. You see when it's got $1 sign. That means it's $10 or less. When it's got $3 signs, that means it's like $100, over $100. So some of them are. So it's just an idea. Like this one's got 2, so it's probably less than $100.
Just think how that'll change over the years, though.
Right.
But that's the type of book I need, because when I was a kid and someone said, "What's your favorite book?" I always said, "Where's Waldo?" All pictures, no word. Right here is all pictures, a couple dollar signs. That's all I need in life.
Yeah. So Lou, here's something I learned today. That's Dave Concepcion, the shortstop. Yeah, say that like sexy, like you do.
Concepcion.
Yeah. So do you know?
Okay, I gotta leave this now. I'll let you two.
On the back of this card, it tells what his actual last name is, in quotes. And I did not know this, and I'm a huge Reds fan. But it calls him Dave, how you say it, Concepcion.
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 It has Benitez on the back of his card.
I wonder if he has like 2 last names.
Yeah,
well, that's Clemente is actually Roberto Clemente Walker.
Yeah, because in Cuba, you actually had a lot of them had 2 last names.
Right, and their mother's name, right?
Yeah, Mini Minoso actually has 2 last names too. Let's see if they have it on the card.
Orlando wears Concepcion.
Some cards he does. Check the back of your cards, Lou.
Speaking of getting sexy, Chris, Jordan here looks like he's asking for a date.
Yeah, his first name is Orestes, but there's a second last name. Armas Minoso.
Armas Minoso. See, he's got a dual last name.
So Lou, that card you're getting for Christmas, is that your one and only one for Christmas?
I thought it was. So last year my wife got me the Campy.
Right.
Yeah. So she has a secret eBay account because her old eBay account, I was all over it because I get email notifications because I hijacked her eBay account in college and I've used it for like 20 plus years. Then this year, I started my own eBay account, with the Lou Rock TV moniker. My PayPal's attached to it just to make it easier when I go to shows and the national again this year. That way everything is attached to my PayPal, my eBay. So she has the secret eBay account that I have no ties to. And apparently today I got 2 envelopes. I mean, it's under her name, but there was 2 envelopes that I picked up from the mailbox. I'm like, it's the right dimensions of a baseball card. And she ripped out my hand. She's like, you're just as bad as your son. So I got some extra. I don't know. So
the card you're getting this year, I know you already know what it is. Last year, did you know you were getting the Campanella?
No,
or was that
I knew she got me a card. I didn't know how big. I mean, and then she got me the Campy in a 5.
Right.
Because she was checking my search history. Everything was 3 and under. I was looking for 3, 2.5, just to be, reasonable.
Right.
And she's like, she's like, everything you were looking at in the 3 would look terrible to me. She's like, it was wrinkled or the corners were bent or, she's like,
that's so cool that she knows that.
That is pretty deep. That's pretty cool right there. But
I mean,
I gotta get Lou's wife to shop for cards for me.
She's always gotten me
Campy rookie that she got.
Lou's wife to buy me some.
She got him an incredible Campy rookie.
Orlando, Lou doesn't know this, but his wife got a hold of my number, and she asked me what garbage pail card he wanted, and so he's getting a couple new garbage pail cards for Christmas in there. That's what he's getting.
All right.
I grew up on the garbage pail. Atom Bomb, all those guys. I love that stuff.
Hey, I got a bunch of those if you want some.
I grew up on that stuff. I to this day, I don't know what I did with them. I'm sure they got lost in. My father was in the military, so I'm sure they got lost in moving because baseball cards was my number 1. I just got the garbage pail kit because I was like at that time a fad, like kind of. It was cool, and it's funny, but it wasn't anything where I took serious. Baseball cards was like I still remember every shoe box, every card. I knew all the piles. I had them in rubber bands. Shoot, this is the only reason I keep this card so close to me because let me see if I can find it. This was my favorite baseball card of all time. I got it at Kmart. It's an ordinary Kirby Puckett, 87 tops. I'm sorry, 89. Shoot, my vision's bad. 89 tops, and I love it because it's a Kmart. I didn't know at the time, but with the red boy, it was a Kmart exclusive Kirby Puckett with the Gold Cup, which is why I love Gold Cup so much. And I made sure this was always on top. This was my number 1 card. Everywhere I moved, it was in the top stack, rubber band. I had to make sure I had it. I love that card. It's probably worth a nickel. Really, I mean, it's an 89 tops Kirby Puckett. I mean, it's really nothing.
Right.
But I love this card.
They're awesome.
Dude,
And it was well loved to see. I mean, look at the dang. It's terrible. I had no idea who Kirby Puckett was at the time because I only knew Yankees and Mets. I was like, man, this guy must be good.
This was my favorite card. Look at the rubber band marks on it up here.
That's sick, though.
And I keep it out of plastic because it doesn't belong in plastic. It belongs on top of my stack of cards with rubber bands around it.
Look at this loser. I was invited. If you look at
link,
you were invited.
In the text thread, bro. The link is in the text thread.
Hey, I wasn't invited. I just got in.
Oh,
That's
the
card.
Get it?
You have a standing invitation.
You see that guy, Cristobal Torriente? That guy's one of the best Cuban players ever. Cristobal Torriente. He's actually in the Hall of Fame, in the United States Hall of Fame for one of the top Negro leaguers.
Really? So is that his baseball card right there? Is that Carmelo Deportivo?
No, that's a 23-24 Billy King.
Oh,
and that
sounds
card's,
expensive. I won't get that.
Yeah, that's worth some money.
Sounds expensive. Never mind.
I tell you, I got a card at REA auction, guys, and I wasn't going to share it, but you know what? Let's go ahead and share it now that we got.
We're drinking. Chris, what you drinking?
I talked about it a little bit with James, so James probably knows what I was bidding on there, and I think I did share it with him. If not, he knows I was bidding on it. But anyway, on the REA auction, it was a crazy story because I was leaving for Orlando here for the show, and the thing said it was going to be scheduled, and it didn't come, and then. I'm waiting, and it said, "Oh, it'll be there before 2." My wife's like, "Hey, we gotta go. It's a 4-hour drive," and I'm like, "No, I gotta wait for the card. And it finally came in at 11 o'clock. It's a rare Cuban issue. Let me see if I can give you guys a good look of it. Hold on a second here.
And there we go. Get some light on that, bro.
Yeah.
1922.
It's a 1920. It's a 1923, 22 Romeo and Julieta cigars, and it's
I didn't know they had.
I didn't either.
What's the cigar guy?
Giulietto.
Hidalgo. This guy.
I had no clue, man.
Hidalgo is one of the top Cuban players. He's in the Cuban Hall of Fame, and this is one of the rarest cards. It's Romeo and Julieta from 1922. And you can see in the back. See if I can give you a good look at it here.
Bro, that's like two of my worlds combined.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know Romeo and Julieta had a cigar card, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
dope.
He was the center fielder. I gotta tell the story in one of the videos, but he was the center fielder that played when the Detroit Tigers came in 1910. Well, they actually went a few years to play in Cuba. They went to play the teams, and one of the teams they went to play was the Almendares team. That's where this guy played. This guy was the top player. He was the center fielder for that team, and he played so well, and he dominated the game, and he swept every game that Almendares played against the Tigers. He won, and he won because of this guy. And they tried to recruit him, but he wouldn't really go. He wouldn't even play in the Negro Leagues. He stayed in Cuba, and he was one of the top players in Cuba back in those days. So that's the very rare card for Hidalgo. Let's see if I can get you to read that. God,
bro.
I'm sorry, man. Bad lighting here. I'm in my hotel room, so it's really tough to even take a good look.
Orlando, you acted like this is your first day, bro. You're a live stream superstar.
I know all these.
I wanted to hold that card. I wanted to wait. And this comes from the
he's not listening.
The Richard Merkin. See if you can see that. The Richard Merkin collection. And Richard Merkin was one of the top collectors for Cuban cards and for Negro League players. And one of his cards sold for over $100,000 in a recent auction. This guy was one of the top. And this card is so rare that when I send it to the guy at the Cuban collector, he had never seen this particular card. He'd seen this issue, but not for this guy. So, and I don't even know what the pop is, but I was bidding on a few things at the REA, and I had to back out. And I just said, I can't let this one go. And I figured I'd go right for it, and I got it. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
That's awesome, Orlando.
That is really cool. Congratulations.
I had no idea cigar companies made cards.
1922. Romeo and Julieta.
Is that your Christmas present to yourself?
That was my Christmas present and more.
Chris, what's Santa bringing you?
What's Santa bringing me?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Same thing he got me last year, but a size and a half bigger. Oh. I don't know. My my wife and I, our kids are getting older. I got a 25-year-old girl and a 27-year-old son, and we kind of celebrating them. But my wife told me that I need to take off Fridays next year, and this year I took off every Wednesday. I was kind of blessed at work and got to take off every Wednesday. But
Nice.
now I'm going to switch it to Fridays because I don't know if I got her drunk. I don't know what the heck. But she mentioned me taking off Friday so we could have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if I want to start setting up at shows, that I could start picking up inventory. And I set up half dozen shows a year. But if we had a nice long talk about me picking up inventory. So if I was to guess, I'll be getting some money to set up some inventory for card shows. And it's going to be fun. Have a great time. Hey, while we're on here, we need to give a shout out to a couple of these guys. Dougie K's on here. You got Dan's vintage cards. Have you guys seen some of his collection? Golly, crazy.
Let's just address the elephant in the room. Donnie Livestreams, you're a horrible host. You're supposed to be monitoring this stuff right here, bro.
I'm putting it up on the thing. Dougie's fixes him for calling me a terrible host. You're right.
What happened? Hey, he left.
How you like that, brother?
That's my boy. I would have done the same thing if I said that to myself.
So Lou, are you this year, since your daughter's a year older, are you going to be able to make it to the national or some kind of big show somewhere?
Yes, I am going to the national. Last year I made AC. AC was hella fun. Loved it. Best time of my cardboard life. I couldn't go last year because my daughter's quinceañera, big deal. It's like a Sweet 16 for Spanish folks.
Sure.
But this year, the way the national falls, it actually ends before her birthday. Her birthday is July 30th. So I was going to go regardless. I was just going to buy her something nice or take her out or do something the weekend before like I did when I went to AC. But everything fell in the right spots this upcoming year. So I will be in AC. I will be in Cleveland with the Misfits. And are we talking 2024 now? Can we? I mean, we got a humongous house.
We're close.
We got the Misfits plus some. It's gonna be a hella good time.
Chris used to be part of that. He bailed.
So Lou, I'm glad you're going, Lou, because it was really tough for me being the coolest dude there last year. And that's a lot of. I'm getting too old to be the coolest dude, so I'm glad you're going.
I can't wait to go.
If you were the coolest dude here,
Lou is the life of the party for sure.
It must have been freaking Revenge of the Nerds.
So I gotta come clean on this, guys. You'll love this. Mike had it set up last year to host his little Thursday night party, but of course he leaves. He orders the pizza, pays for the pizza, and leaves to go to whatever's going on the Topps Q&A for bigger baseball card nerds than anybody else. And he says to me, he says, hey, can you make sure the pizza gets up to where it belongs? And I told him I could. And I waited there, with a hotel, stuff you carry your luggage in on. And Garrett was there helping me. And we all we did was we got the pizza up, set it out, and people watched us set it out. And I said, hey, the pizza here's my speech. Hey, the pizza's ready. Line up and eat. And I can't tell you how many text messages I got thanking me for buying the pizza for all that stuff. And I have not told
was like, oh, you're welcome.
I have not told a single person. So, so I'm coming clean tonight.
In here. My homies are all in here. We had Matt Bowler, Three Rivers.
Sure. Orlando knows. He came to my crib. I love to host. You know, it's my time. You know, it's just my favorite thing to do. You know, my wife is lucky I have my wife because I like to host, but I don't plan anything. I just show up to the party. She got all the sandwich platters, all the food, and we had a good time. We had like 8-10 people up in here. What's going on with my man Stooks?
Yeah, I told Lou I sat on that couch, and I told Lou I'd sleep over on that couch because that room he's got in there is just super impressive. I could just look at his cards all day, all night.
I bet.
You're too kind, bro. Too kind.
No, man, it's for sure.
How many did you take home, Orlando?
What?
I was checking pockets. I was checking everyone's pocket.
He definitely was checking pockets.
Hitman was up in here. He was admiring. Actually, I have a couple cards set up. I've never done it before. I'm super nervous. But Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike has convinced me. That's the only reason these are in one, not in one touches, but in card savers. Because Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike, has convinced me to send these to SGC. And Hitman admired this card a lot because this is the Tiffany, the 84 Tiffany.
Sweet.
So, yeah, and then I got the most beautiful 53 Bowman ever. My notes are action. And then, of course, you have mantles. You got to send your mantles in. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm super nervous about it. I don't really want to. I don't know.
Gotta grab mine, Lou.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
What's making you nervous about it? Why don't you want to send it in?
I mean, it's one thing. I just don't trust the post office. If I could drive it, I mean, I guess I could drive it. It's like,
Orlando will take it down for you.
You know, I would rather give it to Orlando than send in mail. I'll pay extra, but I'm always nervous that people are like, oh, they're insured, but I'm a collector. I would never have that card back again, especially cards that are sentimental to me. You know, I could go on eBay and get another 73 Clemente.
Clemente, never. The one your mom bought you?
Yeah.
I would never do that.
That thing come back a 0.5 authentic. I don't care. That's the one my mother gave me in 6th grade.
Right. I would never send that one in either. I don't care.
Well, it just makes me nervous. I've never been I'm a collector. I've never been the only time I buy graded really is if I buy a big card and it's online. Like if I'm in person and I like the card, it feels good, it looks good, it smells good, then I'm buying the card. You know, I've dealt with cards my whole life. I'm never nervous buying a card ungraded. I like them ungraded instead of raw. It triggers some people, but
yeah, I'm the same way. These are my 2 pickups from the show. Yeah, my 2 pickups from the show were ungraded, and then the only thing I get graded are rare cards like this, stuff like that they usually come graded anyway.
Exactly. And like any like that big purchase earlier, whatever, any big purchase online, I feel safer buying it graded. Now, when eBay was in its infancy, I was buying cards. A lot of my Clementes were ungraded, but now, especially with the cards I'm trying to pick up, I'll just buy graded just to feel better with my decision. I won't buy ungraded online just because, stuff get manipulated. You don't see wrinkles. You don't see the edges, because I like seeing the edges of cards when I'm buying in person. And, there's so much stuff you could do. You could touch up pictures. I won't mess with that. Oh, man.
David in the house.
What up, AD?
Forever.
The sickest relic collection known to man.
Dude, the fellow knows his Negro League players too, man.
Oh my gosh, man. His football collection is insane too, man. He's a football guy.
Hey, Chris, you mentioned those rookie cups. You were asking about the house or the hat.
Yes.
I was just looking at this 51 tops. If I can get in there. Look at this picture of the guy. The ball is being like blown by him. And he hasn't even moved. Like I never noticed that before. Like, what the heck is that?
Are you showing Kiner there?
That is Connor. Yeah.
That was pretty good. You and George did a pretty good job talking about Ted Williams stuff the other night. Kiner, I'm glad Kiner was represented because when you lead a league 7 years in a row,
I know
that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous how
the
people don't
video
know.
was really cool to hear him talk about those guys. Yeah, the rookie card there, Lou.
I know you guys 48, don't you?
Yeah, I do. George sent me one.
So that's the only reason I got it, because you were showing Ralph. But then I grabbed my mom tee because she was showing the 51. That's mine right there.
I believe those
Zoom in.
cards are going to blow up.
Lou, put that back up. Lou, what's the little? Is the picture goofy? It looks kind of normal. Just a guy batting.
Yeah, I was trying to compare it to yours.
Different photos. I've never really.
I want to get the Yogi on that. That's the card number 1.
Oh, Yogi's number 1 on that?
Yeah.
I have that card, the Yogi.
Of course you do.
Yeah, Chris has it. I've seen that.
Chris got every damn card.
No.
I have that card. Oh shit.
No shit.
Well, have you heard Rocket Rick? You watch Rocket Rick at all?
Oh, yeah, I this stuff.
He's sitting there talking, and oh yeah, I have that card. Well, I have every card from 1950 whatever to today. Of course, he has that card.
He's got all the sets except for 52. He's got from 51 all the way on. And he picked up the Satchel Paige that he needed. So he's got everything.
Hey, Orlando, those old-time Black Stars, those are catching steam. People are jumping on those a lot.
Yeah, let me tell you, I saw
they're expensive.
These at the show today, and they were expensive. There was
a
Satchel. No, it wasn't even Satchel Paige. It was one of the other guys, and it was like $80, and it was in terrible condition.
Yeah,
I mean, not terrible, but it wasn't in great shape.
I always have those in my cart, and I never pull the trigger. And I've been noticing slowly that they're creeping up, because those cards were always something I was like, oh, if I have like leftover money on a gift card, I'll pick it up, or this, that, and the other. But I think because the Negro Stars are so rare, like their cards are so tough to get, that people are I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Well, that's what the guy. Yeah, that's the guy that wrote the book told me that they considered that these are going to be their quote rookie cards because the other cards are just too impossible. They're not like mainstream style cards. It's like ridiculous cards.
Ray from Philly is collecting a set, some kind of registry, and those cards. Try to get a Josh Gibson of that. I mean, Bullet Rogan. They are way up there in price. I mean, almost this. And again, back in the day, you go to a card shop and they'd have those, and they were $5, $10 cards.
Yeah. See, Josh Gibson. That's the Josh Gibson card, the 50-51 Toloteros.
Yeah, look how many dollar signs are on that. 5.
Yeah. Yeah. That means it's over $10,000, probably $100,000 by now. I don't know when he wrote this book.
Yeah, way more than 10,000.
And Orlando only has 2 of them.
Yeah, right. I wish.
That's a crazy book. I'm gonna have to get that book.
I like that book. I was kind of sneaky on the side trying to look it up. But
yeah, I've been enjoying the book, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna go on. I was just watching on in the chat and stuff, and I figured I'd just go on and show the book a little bit and show the pickups I had. So hope you guys are enjoying it. But it's a great book.
What is that Padres card with the bear? Orlando, go back a page.
Hey, and Donnie, you gotta highlight Mangini's comment. Why is John not on here? We've been showing cards. We've been drinking.
What do you want to see?
Rick just texted me that he was in the backstage for like 10 minutes and I never saw it. Now he says I'm walking the dog. Sorry, Rick. I missed you down there.
These are some of the rarest cards. These 1910 punch cigars. These are from Cuba. You can look at the price on that. That's Pete Hill. Pete Hill's huge Negro League Hall of Famer from back in the old days.
Look at old man Mangini bitching. Yep, they're the official cards. You have to leave, John.
Leave, bro.
Yeah, John, I own that
Orlando.
card. Yeah, right.
Hey, Orlando, I guess we're the only show in town because the watchers have doubled. People are asking about the book. Tell them about the book again that you picked up today. I always don't want you to tell them because I'm trying to find it online. I can't find it.
It's the Four Sport Hall of Fame Rookie Card Guide. It's got every Hall of Famer from all four major sports, and it's got their rookie card in alphabetical order.
What's the last year rookie cards?
So it's got basketball, and so by alphabetical order, it's got every single one, and all the way to hockey. It's a big book. I said it's about 350 pages.
Up to what year, Orlando? What's the last year, Orlando?
The oldest. What's the oldest card?
Yeah. No, the newest card, not the oldest.
Oh, no, it's got new cards.
I know, but like, is it in 85 or 90?
I'll go right to the beginning. You could see it's got
not the beginning. Okay.
Alomar.
2017. I just looked it up. 2017.
2017, yeah. Yeah, it's got some new cards in here, you know. See, it's got the 87s and
look at Dylan.
Don't you see Mangini? Don't you see Mangini looking at that and saying, "Well, actually, Sammy, there's one a little bit older than that, or something." I can see John and Dave, Blue Jacket 66, saying, "Well, I got one older than that, or I got a rookie card older than that."
Or 3D Ace saying this book is worthless.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Where's the book with second-year cards?
Yeah, we want the second-year cards.
Did he say he bought the last copy?
That's what he's saying.
Hey, Double D, I'm drinking vodka cranberry in my America cup.
America.
Well, now I learned that Double D only drinks when he's wearing the Robin Yount shirt.
I knew that secret a long time ago. He told me. I told him, like, bro, you wear that shirt a lot. He's like, that's because I'm drinking. I'm like, oh, gotcha.
When I'm drinking, I'm wearing a shirt. When I'm drunk, I'm not wearing a shirt. So if you see me in a shirt, I'm drinking. If you see me without a shirt, I'm drunk.
So you hold your liquor well.
No.
Oh man, I cannot wait. I have a couple cards in mind too for Cleveland. I know it's Christmas. I got some cards coming, but I already know I have a direction of what I want. I cannot wait.
Is it going to be older stuff? What are you looking for? What direction are you going?
48, 49.
Ah.
That Larry Zonka card's cool. Cornflakes.
Look at that Larry Zonka. It's a Cornflakes. That's his rookie card. I didn't realize that.
Cornflakes?
Yeah. 1968 champion Cornflakes. Larry Zonka.
By oh man, why am I going blank?
What's the Pro Set rookie card?
Specialist. What the heck is his name?
My boy Aaron going to Cleveland. Cannot wait for that. Love that guy.
Yeah,
Look
at that. Curly Cup's rookie card is a Kellogg's.
Huh.
Didn't know that.
So Aaron got all these guys, I'm sure. His football collection is stellar. Oh, is that the Jackie? Is that the tip top or the bottom spread?
That's the Babe Ruth 1916 Sporting News.
Jackie on the other page.
I thought the 1914 that just went for like $5 million was his rookie card.
Yeah, but technically that's a minor league card because he's got him in his in a different uniform, the Baltimore minor league uniform.
Okay.
So this is his first one in the Boston Red Sox uniform.
Gotcha.
Hey, go to the.
Dylan is stoked. That's like saying Chris is going to talk about Strongsville.
That's like Donnie crying about his friends, all the friends he's made on YouTube.
Hall of Famer Jacob Rupert. His rookie card is actually when he on the 62 with Babe Ruth.
When the hell is Jacob Rupert?
He's
I love
one of the
I know.
National League. What do they call the head of the National League or something like that for years? Commissioners, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Orlando's trying to keep this professional. Guys, look at the cards. That's that Jackie's sick. That's the bond bread.
That's the bond bread. That's the rookie right there.
Yeah, we did call Dylan. You got a problem with it?
What are you talking about?
That Mangini's. This is a card Mangini doesn't
I thought that was a Celtic shirt at first until I realized what you
Oh, no. This is Chris. Bro, I'm all Christmas out.
I got it.
I have a Home Alone shirt. I got a Christmas Vacation shirt.
How about a Die Hard shirt? Die Hard, #1 Christmas movie all time.
It's actually funny. So my son is, oh my gosh. Let me get into my son. He's 17. So I finally got to watch Die Hard with my son.
I got one of those.
Wow.
Christmas. Yeah. Ooh, nice cons.
So
that's the Frank Robinson rookie, it says.
57's not his rookie.
Yeah,
Nope.
56 cons.
John always says that. 57 is not his rookie. He has cons.
Okay, hang on for a second. Lou, tell your Die Hard story. I want to hear it.
Oh, no. It's more of my son. So I got to watch Die Hard with my son. He's 17. You know, he's working now. He's a senior in high school. So that was a great father-son moment. However, that boy drove me bananas this week. So I'm at work. My wife sends me a text. I've had my Jeep for 10 years, Cherry. That Jeep is beautiful. My son's been driving 3 months.
Oh, he wrecked the shit out of it, didn't he?
He's been in 2 accidents, both at fault. He rear-ended someone where, thank God, he's okay. It was raining, you know, too close. Like we always tell him, too close. You're too close. You need space to brake. Crunched up the little Corolla because my Jeep has like a reinforced front bumper, iron. So the Jeep, couple scratches, no big deal. Corolla didn't have.
Sad. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lou. But
you're good. But
that's the green card.
Yesterday, going into the garage, hits my house and scratched up the whole fucking side of the. I'm sorry. That's of the. I've had that Jeep for 10 years, not a scratch, and the boy's been driving 3 months, 2 accidents. Drives me bananas. That's why I've been drinking cranberry vodka all day today, trying to enjoy Christmas. I don't even want to see the insurance next month. It's driving me crazy. You guys, I was going to lean on you guys with more experience in the dad department. It's like, what do I do?
My neighbor's car, dude.
I was just well, you gotta start riding your bike again. Just start riding the bike. You were fine on the bike.
Well, okay, so my son's now 27, and here's my 18-year-old son story. We live a mile away from the school. One day he had 2 wrecks going to school.
In one day?
In one day.
Oh, so
we're in a town that's on the side of a river, and and it's hilly and stuff. And my wife, I told him, do not drive this way. Go this way to school. And his answer was, okay, Mom, I'll be okay. And within a mile, he had 2 wrecks going to school. So there you go. So don't come with me for answers because I ain't got them.
How does that happen?
2 wrecks in a mile?
Yeah. No, and in like a half an hour. So we're good though.
Half an hour? How far away is your school?
Let me tell you, he's been
it was a mile away.
1 mile away. It's not even a mile away. And then here's another thing. He's had more vehicles than my wife. He at his young age, he's been through a lot more vehicles than my wife. It's just funny as can be. So I don't have any answers for you, Lou. So you got to go to Donnie Livestream for that because
Manly.
I'm with you, bro. I drive a car till the wheels fall off. I've had 3 cars in my lifetime. The very first vehicle I had, 94 Grand Am, 2 engines, 4 alternators, 2 transmissions. I rode it till the wheels fell off. My Mitsubishi Montero, I ran it till it couldn't run no more, and now I got my Jeep. That's it. My wife is the one that gets all the new stuff.
Wow.
Oh, that Lopez is tight.
Yeah, it's a one of those little tiny Bulgare chocolate cards from 1930.
We were just looking at that. Who had the Bulgare? Someone was on our live stream.
I've got a Bulgare 1930, but it's Adolfo Luque.
Yeah,
it's tiny, and then in the back it has a little red writing, and the back says Bulgare chocolates.
I think
Rick's got one also. Rick's, I don't know who he has, but he's got 1 or 2 of those Bulgare chocolates.
Hey, Dom, the best car you will ever own is a car that you don't make payments on. I'll drive that 94.
That car's 30 years old. That's impressive.
Pop Lloyd Punch Cigars.
This car just sold in one of the auctions. This exact card, I remember I saw it because it has like a hole in there.
Hey, what we say about John? John's gonna be disputing the book.
I saw that. I saw it. I told you. I predicted that.
There he is.
We did. Hey, Don, can you only have 4 people on, or can you have more than 4?
Yeah, John is definitely disputing it.
Well, if you need to kick me off and have Mangini on to talk about that, that'd be fine. But it just cracks me up.
I just put the link back out if he wants to join. I'll probably drop off because I don't want to hear his bitching.
It says that the Barry Larkin rookie card is 86 Sportflix.
Yeah, Sportflix is dope, man. But it doesn't count because it's not what PSA makes it to be. It's whatever PSA says.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I love that LaRussa. I want to pick up that LaRussa. A sneaky one that I want to get is the 71 Dusty Baker. That 71 Baker, he's on there.
I think Chris has this one.
Although, sort of. Yeah.
I do.
I'm going to start picking up those manager Hall of Famers.
The Bakers, is Dusty on? Who else is Dusty on there with? Don Baylor or somebody?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good card. That's a neat card.
That's a sneaky great card. It's starting to creep up in price too because Dusty's a no doubt about her when it's his time.
Yeah. Very cool.
Check it out. This is the card I got right here.
Yeah, here's a good point right here. You think Victor would approve of this book?
Kid Kelly.
Oh, hell no.
I picked up this Kid Kelly rookie card this year. That was my pickup of the year. And that was for Hugo. Showing the best pickup of the year.
Okay, so it's funny. Orlando just showed a Tommy Lasorda 54 and said, I think Chris might have this card. He shows this card that's 100 years older than that. And I just picked up this year. I mean, Orlando stuff is just nuts. It's just crazy.
King Kelly, baby.
King Kelly.
One day.
I'm a firm believer these guys like Orlando and Mangini and Dave, we don't even know half of what they have.
John is still mad at me the very first time because, I mean, we're tight now. Like I said, he's like a big brother from another mother. For the first time I went to his house and saw his collection, I don't want to say I was overwhelmed. I was more afraid because, you have everything in a certain order. Everything's organized. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. And I was in there for 2 hours. I mean, my wife and his wife were downstairs watching a movie. They finished the movie in its entirety, drinking a glass of wine. They come up, and John is looking at me, he's like, bro, you looked at like 10% of the stuff. You weren't moving stuff around. Like, I didn't want to move and make stuff out of place. He still talks about that. He's like, bro, you didn't even. I was like, because I didn't feel comfortable. Now I'll just go in there and start acting like it's mine.
Dude, I've been to his house as well. You're right. It was just like, and he's got a whole nother room of boxes. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Just start pulling all these boxes out and rooting through them? Like,
Yeah, he has a whole other
stuff, and I was like, this is impressive.
Bro,
Like you said, man, I'm not messing with another guy's collection.
Yeah. But now that I have his blessing, I'm going through that sucker. It's gonna be my own private museum.
Yeah, you got, like, you know, he shows his card room. There's a whole nother room, man, full of stuff.
Yeah, the other room is bigger.
Yeah. I'll never forget. We were up there. We did a live stream up there, and his wife just kept bringing him drinks up. I'm like, my wife would never do that.
I'm just happy my wife gets one.
Waited on me too. I was like, dang.
Man, Lou's wife was feeding everybody. She kept bringing food out and food out and food out, and we were stuffed, and it just kept coming and coming and coming. It was crazy party over there. And John was with his nunchucks. He gave Bob some plastic nunchucks. And Bob was playing around with it, but John was the one that was enjoying them the most.
So Orlando, I had a dream the other night that John and his lady took me and my wife out. Me and my wife out to dinner.
He's dreaming about John.
So listen to this. I had a dream that John Mangini and his lady took me and my wife out for dinner. And we paid and we left and we walked outside and there's two guys trying to jump us. And John forgot his nunchucks. And, you know, I just want to know how many times when he brings out those nunchucks with him.
Oh, man. He brought them out. He was showing Bob how the proper stance and how to properly swing them around. It was hilarious.
Hey, Lou, I think he could have used
the more he played with them.
He could have used those nunchucks when he got a flat tire in Atlantic City. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
Because the cap wasn't all that.
All I'm saying is he better fly in this time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, those nunchucks are dangerous. I got them and I started kind of doing a little bit and forget it. You know, you hit yourself a couple times,
right.
You're done.
Yeah, I'll probably try to do something like that again next year before the national. I'm sure we'll do some, the Bay Area card show will probably happen again. I could call Hitman. Everything, like YouTube has its pockets. Like California has a lot of YouTubers. PA, Philly has a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think we had at least 8 YouTubers at the house. And that was, that's without Fisher Bike. That was without Sticks and Seams, Bart's Cards,
Michael
Bobby.
Ham.
That's like Steve right here, Matt Bowler. He's a Pittsburgher. I've met him a few times.
Three Rivers, card collector.
We got Bob Lewis, Dean Gearhart.
Sean Tiefer's up there.
Theo, yeah.
Sean doesn't count. He moved away.
The Pacific Northwest has a big group too.
Yeah.
I feel kind of naked over here where I am.
That's the last thing we want to see is you naked.
Oh, it's getting ready to start, baby.
You got people over there.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of people. What are you talking about?
I got Billy Ballgame. I got Billy Ballgame and me.
No, and your other buddy at the channel, Puckhead.
That's him. That's him.
Okay.
Oh, that's Billy Ballgame. Well, who's the guy that has all of my home cards?
But he's not a YouTuber.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep Dave Blue Jacket 66 right now. So until he moves to Florida.
All right.
Hey, you let me in finally.
It was a great show. We're gonna end it now. Take care, everyone.
This guy, I can't go anywhere with this guy. He gets recognized. He's signing autographs.
I got to come defend myself. You guys are talking about me.
Yes, sir.
Only good things, bro. Only good things. Well, vitamin water, no Jack and Coke is a little late, bro.
This one's for John right there.
For Don,
yeah,
that's
there you go.
For John.
That's John's guy.
Don Hudson.
Great first name.
Oh, my boy Bink. Love Bink. Bink don't get enough love in YouTube community. This got great freaking collection.
Everybody has a great collection on here.
I like to lower the bar. I'm lowering the bar.
I'm
My boy
drinking.
Eric wants that card. He loves it. His football collection is stellar, man. Where's AD? AD was on here. John knows how great Aaron Davis's football collection is.
Oh yeah.
True. You talk to Aaron, the guy's a historian, man. You learn something every time you hang up the.
He has those rare patches.
He's been AWOL for a while, man. It's great to see him on here. I ain't seen him on.
It's great. Aaron and Snoop and I would talk football for hours, literally hours.
And the text messages, like, look what I got.
So, John, while you're on here, so we were making fun of you before you got on here. You did a thing earlier, and I think you only did one show of it, but I loved it, and you need to do it again. You had iconic Al's wife on.
Oh yeah,
and was asking her questions. I believe we need more of the other side of the collector being interviewed.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I've been telling Lou we need Rachel on. I've been trying to get her on forever, and I said my wife will go on too, and we'll talk about the wife's perspective on things.
My wife said if I get her drunk enough, if I get her drunk enough, she'd go on with Amy.
She'll do it
with
let's do it. Let's do it. That iconic Al, him and his wife, that was a great one.
You know,
it's interesting.
I just don't you guys that I have the hottest wife.
You know, Rocket Rick's wife, Jay.
Yeah,
she's awesome. She'll go on and do it.
She's gonna steal the show. That's what I was gonna tell you. If Rocket Rick Jay, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Isn't careful.
She was great.
If he's not careful, she's gonna steal the show. Just like
rocking chair, just sitting there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was
Don,
pretty cool.
Don, are you married? I thought you were making that up.
Am I married?
Hey, his wife is hot and a pretty good kisser at that. So,
one drink. Keep on drinking.
You may be a good kisser, but your wife's even better at other things, Chris.
There goes
I can't speak for Don's wife, but I roomed with him at the National. He's a pretty good kisser.
I roomed with Chris too, so he can vouch for that.
Oh wait, Bink is asking
Let's
a question.
talk Stan Musial rookie cards.
Come on, bro.
Pointing to this guy.
Never heard of him.
Who wrote that book? I'm glad they had Frank Robinson on there, though. Lou, I've been telling you.
I know. I still like my 57 tops.
Well, you know, the Frank Robinson thing, that's one of the biggest misses that Topps ever did. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year in 1955, but they didn't have a card. Did not have a card of him. And it's not like he was unknown. The Branch Rickey tried to get him. And when he called Cincinnati, they said, the owner of Cincinnati said, I wouldn't trade Frank Robinson for your entire team. Right. Like, everybody knew he was good. So it's kind of one of the rare misses of Topps, really.
Yeah. Did he just not sign, though? Did he just not sign a contract with Topps?
Oh, I said 55. I meant 56. Sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So I have this book, and Cy Berger details in it what he used to do. And he used to go to training camps, and he would ask the managers and the coaches who was going to make the team, and he would sign the up and coming young guys, and that's where you would get the rookie cards and everything. And that's why he didn't sign Maury Wills, because he was at Detroit Tigers training camp, and he asked the coaches if he was going to make the team, and they said no, he was a weak hitter and this and that. So Maury Wills held a grudge. And that's why he didn't have a Topps card until 1967. He held a grudge that he didn't sign him.
63 Fleer, baby.
You know why Musial never signed? Even with Bowman, he has only, what, 2, 3? You know what his deal was? Why he never signed?
Well, I mean, they just didn't make. What year was his rookie year?
You tell me.
Well, he came.
1957.
Yeah, I mean, he came up at a time where they weren't making cards. It was during the war,
no,
right?
I'm talking about in the early 50s. There's no 54. There's no 52. There's no 55, 50. I mean, he didn't show up until the All-Star card.
Well, in '58, yeah, because he was in the war, right?
Just 1 year. That would have been
50. Yeah, he wasn't in the regular season.
Why he didn't? I don't know. I'm asking you. I thought maybe there was a reason why he didn't sign.
I don't think they thought he was going to play in '58, and then they added the All-Star card.
No,
that's
but
what I thought.
Earlier years.
Yeah, but 50, 57, 56, 55, 54.
53.
Yeah.
52, there aren't any.
I've always just heard around here, that he just thought it was silly that people were putting his faces on stuff and
he didn't sign. Is that why?
Well,
he couldn't have thought it was too silly. He has 1955 Rawlings cards,
and he had Wheaties cards in '52, and all that kind of stuff.
Bowman, he's got 52, 49, 48.
People don't remember this, but Musial was kind of a weird duck a little bit. He fought with the Cardinals over his salary a lot and helped other people's salary and he was kind of standoffish like at a younger age. I mean, he signed everything later on in life. He signed as much as Bob Feller or anybody, but I don't know, I don't know it's definite why he's not on some of those earlier cards,
He's on the 54 Red Heart.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't sign with Topps. I don't know. That's a good question. Somebody should look into that. Maybe the guy that wrote that book.
So Lou, look at
the book's already in.
Lou, look at this, Lou. We're all here just kind of talking here, and Orlando's showing us some baseball porn behind us. That's baseball porn what he's showing us.
Yeah, Orlando keeps this professional. I mean, you already saw us off the rails. The Misfits, After Dark, and we're drinking. It's a mess. I'm about to light a cigar, but I'm about to show John's favorite.
That's a cigar? You sure that's a cigar?
No, I'm not gonna light this.
Okay.
Even though John wishes I would light it because this is his favorite rookie card of all time. I don't got it because he loves it so much. Here you go, bro. The high school picture.
Rookie card. That's the worst card of all time.
It's his favorite card. Admit it. Hey, Pitbull.
It's the worst card of all time.
That's what I just said.
I got friends.
I'm agreeing with you, Don. It's like somebody took a high school prom picture, like before the prom, and put it out there.
So, I was on Four Collectors channel doing rating the top.
Okay, no name dropping on the Misfits channel.
Oh, my bad. But I was on there, and I had it as the worst card of the top 16 for eye appeal and that kind of stuff. And those girls had it rated a lot higher than I did. It was crazy. I had it at 16.
I agree with Chris. Yeah. It's terrible.
What cards did you have that were worse if you had it at 16?
That was it.
Oh, I thought it was 20.
Well, I always say I don't want to date these guys.
Right.
I don't want them in street clothes and stuff. I want a baseball card. I mean, he looks like he's posing for his girlfriend, like a picture in street clothes.
That's what I said, John. I thought he was posing for a dating app.
Yeah, man. I don't get it. But you know what? It's called a rookie card, so everybody's got to have it.
Right.
I don't have it.
The whole rookie card thing is so overblown sometimes. And there's a perfect example. I have a rookie card of Sean Green. Now, I love Sean Green, but he looks like he's 13 in this rookie card. Like they must have signed him like when he was in junior high for this card. It's like, but there was a time where they kept having to go younger and younger and younger. It's like, what are you going to have baby pictures of these guys next?
Little League.
There you go, Lou and AD.
Yeah, but I got some. This is so. AD has been very good to me. He's been a great friend. He sent me way too much. I've told him to stop, and he keeps on sending me stuff. I told him to stop, but I have something. It's like, what do you get the man that has everything? Same issue I have with John.
Penicillin.
You know, I hate shopping for these guys. But this is a Rocky Patel. I've had this in my humidor for at least 10 years. It's the last one I have. I had a case. So in Tampa, I'm very fortunate. And Tampa is like the cigar capital of the world. A lot of Cubans here, a lot of hand rolls. So Gary Sheffield hooked up with Rocky Patel.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, he's had a couple series. You can actually look him up. He has a couple of cigars now, but this is from his first batch, first line of cigars. And you can see, you know, when a cigar is in a humidor for a while, you can look at the plume on the cigar and then look at the aging on the wrappers. And this is a nice brown tint to it. Like I said, it's been in my humidor for at least 10 years. And
I'll tell you why I would never want that. You want to know why I would never want that?
Why?
Because PSA won't grade it.
You can have the wrapper after, but it has Gary.
If PSA won't grade it, it ain't worth having.
I know my boy Aaron Davis loves Gary Sheffield, so it's waiting for him. I'm going to see him in Cleveland. The one thing I could get him that he doesn't have is this beautiful Rocky Patel, Gary Sheffield, and it's been aging for you. So hopefully I can smoke it. Well, I'll smoke something else while you smoke this with a bourbon. Of course, John will have his damn Jack and Coke, worst bourbon in the world. There's a reason why you gotta mix it with Coke, bro, because it's terrible.
No. Number one, it's not bourbon because it's made in Tennessee.
It's whiskey.
Number two, if you ever had Gentleman Jack, I drink that straight. That is the smoothest stuff on the planet.
We lost Orlando. He's in the chat. No more book.
Orlando's like, I'm talking about baseball over here. You guys are talking about wives and cigars. What the hell?
Story from John. What the hell?
All right, I'm gonna put Orlando back. I just wanted to come on and defend my good name.
No,
you guys were talking about me.
Nah, stay right here. Stay right here.
I can't. We just got home and my wife's downstairs and you know, she's always taking a back seat to me going live and stuff, and I have to go spend some time with her.
Well, wait before you go, Don. He said that he came on here to defend his good name. If any one of us said he had a good name, but
that was a loose interpretation.
But no, I love your collection, dude.
Well, you know what, man? We've almost been on here 2 hours.
Holy cow!
I think we could. Why don't we end the whole thing here? I'm getting tired. My daughter's flying in tonight from South Carolina. I'm pretty excited to go see her.
Well, if you stop this live stream, leave us on here for a little bit so we can, you know, make fun of somebody.
Go for it.
Chris is busting chops tonight.
I know he is.
Yeah. Hey, so John, are you going to be at Strongsville? The first time I mentioned it tonight.
You know what? I just found out about it. I don't know. It's far from me.
Okay.
But I'm considering it.
Have you ever been?
I haven't.
Okay.
First time he's ever heard of it. That means he has not been watching.
No, I've heard of it. I've definitely heard of it. But I've just never been.
Okay.
All right. Well, Richard was just
I don't go to a lot of shows. I should go to more. I go to the National and I go down to see Lou in Tampa.
So,
and I went to one today.
I
I didn't even know existed.
I saw the video.
Yeah, you did a video today about meeting a younger collector. I just haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that was awesome, man. So somebody commented, I went to a card shop here and they said, "Oh, I'm sorry I missed you. That's my local card shop." So I'm like, "Yeah, well, let me know next time you're going, you know." And so then he commented again and he said that there's a card show in Charleston tomorrow. This was Friday night. And I'm like, there is? Like, I don't know anything about it. So I decided to go. And that's when I ran into this kid in the card shop. And he's like, I watch you on YouTube. And I'm like, you want to do my opening? And so we did it. and it turned out he was the one that I was communicating with. I didn't realize, it was a young kid, but he was great. He was great. His name is it's Vintage Goat, and he has images of vintage cards. So I just assumed it was an older guy, because that's pretty much who watches my videos. And he's a young kid, and it was really refreshing. It was awesome, man. My wife was there, and it was really awesome to run into him and to see a little kid that was into vintage cards and that watched our channels.
Yep,
that's pretty cool.
But I'll come visit you when I go to Kiowa.
Oh, come by, man.
Yeah.
Leave about 4 or 5 hours and come by and check out my collection.
I'd love it, because I heard that Lou Rock did a terrible job looking at your stuff, and Donnie, he did a terrible job looking at your stuff. And
so the thing is, people don't realize how large my collection is. So when you come into the room, like I have stuff up, but like a lot of what I have up is doubles. So like most of all my good stuff's in boxes, right? Because I don't like to leave it in the light. So like when Lou came, he didn't even look at one box. He just looked around the room and he's like, "Oh, this is cool." And I'm like, "Don't you want to see anything else?" Like I have near sets from like the early 1900s on. Like you name a set, and I got.
When I came in, those are your doubles, like not your good stuff.
Well, some of it's good stuff, but I don't like to keep my really good stuff out too much. So a lot of stuff on my walls are doubles. Yeah, believe it or not.
John, that was I didn't want to go through. I didn't want to start going. I already told you this. I was being courteous.
No, I know, but you like I have like boxes of everything, like 38 Gaudi. You didn't look at those. T207s, T206, T205, cards from the 1800s. 38 Gaudi, Tattoo Orbits, DeLongs, you name it. I got a stack. Batter Ups, Cash-ins, 1929 Cash-ins. Like I have boxes of, all those sets in their own boxes. I have everything, whether it's Transagrams or Atlantic Oil or whatever, you name it, I got it. Nabisco, Team Flakes from '69. I have at least near sets from just about every set.
Those Batter Ups are pretty dope. I know you always say you need to start dipping your toe in pre-war. I've been looking at those Batter Ups. Like the build.
Yeah, they're really. I always had a thing for them, and then of course the 37 O-Pee-Chees are very similar, but much harder to find. I only have a few of those.
Yeah,
but I have that. You don't understand the extent of my collection. It's borderline like obsessive compulsive disorder hoarding. It's really. It's
earlier. You have that whole second room upstairs where all your boxes are.
That's nothing. I have another. I have a. You didn't even see the closets I have, plus my garage, plus I have another house. You know that. So that thing's loaded with cards. Like it's insane. I have way too many.
Well, if I go to Kiowa, I expect you to have them opened up and out on a long.
Okay. So my room's a mess. You give me a heads up, like give me a day's notice, and I'll clean up and get things ready.
Okay.
And you can just, I'm serious. You can look through cards for a long time.
Orlando, I've been in his house. It's a museum, man.
We keep on saying second room. The whole second floor is John's.
Dude, the hallway. You walk down the hallway, there's bats like all through the hallway and stuff. It's like,
yeah, much to my wife's chagrin, the whole upstairs is just nothing but my cards.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Rachel's going to reach out to your wife because she does want to go up there. So
you're welcome anytime.
Hey guys, let's get seriously this 4 right here if you want. Let's get the wives and ask them about our collections. Seriously,
it would be interesting.
I can tell you that
about my
wife. My wife is shy. She's super shy. I mean, it's one thing when I have people at the house, but she'll get on if your wife is on with her. So when we go to your crib, and we're drinking and we're all having a good time, she'll sit there with your wife and she'll talk about
break out a bottle of wine, and we'll get all four of them talking.
Yeah.
Lou's wife is great, and she gets along so well with my wife. They love each other. She's great, and she was gracious not to get mad at me when I invited the entire card show back to Lou's house.
I love it.
My wife talking to Chris, and I had him on speakerphone. What did you say to her? And you forgot. You didn't realize I had it on speakerphone.
What did So listen, he had me on speakerphone, and I'm talking, and his wife was there, and I asked Don if he was chasing her around the room, and his son was in the room, and I embarrassed myself in front of his wife and his son. Oh my God. Yeah, it was bad.
Well, let me just tell you guys something. If we go live with our wives, don't you dare tell my wife I pay more than $3 for a card.
I'm ride or die, bro. I'm ride or die. It's $3 all day.
Dude, I cannot get away with this. My wife is a banker, and she knows every cent that goes out of any account that I have. I can't. Yeah. She gets, if I spend something on a credit card, it goes, it dings her, and she'll know exactly what I spent that day. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's no good, man. Lou has that secret stash.
Yeah,
Rachel doesn't know about.
Cash is king, man. You need some cash.
Hey, Chris, I did mention that to my wife because my wife, she works for Raymond James, so she's also a banker. So she's like, "Oh, really?" So I'm sure she'll get along with your wife just fine.
They'll hit it off. Yeah.
Look at that. We already got a future show that's going to break the internet. The other half collecting the lunacy.
We got to be on with them. I don't trust the four of them alone. We can be there to monitor this.
I don't care what she says about me as long as the cards keep on coming. She can say
that's right.
That's right, man.
I don't care. She can make fun of me all she wants as long as she keeps on buying what she's buying. I'm good, bro.
My wife would spend 30 minutes of telling you why she married a short, fat, ugly guy in Midland, Missouri. And, she'll tell you that she got in trouble with the law and the judge sentenced her to me. But
sentenced her to me.
But so listen, this is I know we're going way too long. We've been on here way too long.
Is there
I purchased my wife's wedding ring.
I thought you were going to say I purchased my wife.
Yeah. But I went to the bank to get a loan, and I used 15 George Brett rookie cards to get her an engagement ring.
Are you serious?
True story. She'll tell you that too. And
so from the beginning, she knew. From the beginning.
15 George Brett rookie cards. And that loan I paid off faster than any other loan I paid off, just so I could get my cards back. I didn't care about a ring.
I was going to say you must have really loved that woman.
There you go.
That's good stuff. Oh, Bob just came. I can hear her making a mess downstairs.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump off.
All right, brother.
See you, John.
And the whole thing.
See you guys.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
Pitbull has left
the building. Stay on here once you shut it off.
All right.